It is Tuesday, September 1st, 2020, and you are tuned into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. The big news from yesterday was the announcement by World Racing Group that Super Dirt Week for the Northeast Dirt Car divisions will not happen this season at Oswego Speedway and has been pushed back to 2021. The dirt racing schedules in the Northeast have been decimated this season by restrictions from COVID, so this announcement wasn't a surprise. Fans that already have tickets and camping passes will see those carry over for the 2021 edition of Super Dirt Week. For more event and ticketing details, you can find those at superdirtweek.com. The announcement also mentioned that all Super Dirt Car Series races for the month of September have been canceled, including September 6th at Utica Rome, September 12th at Weed Sport Speedway, September 19th at Land of Legends Raceway, and September 26th at Albany Saratoga. No Super Dirt Car Series champion will be crowned for the 2020 season with the loss of so much of the schedule. In place, though, of Super Dirt Week, there will still be racing for the four divisions from October 6th through 11th. Fans won't be allowed at the events, but all racing will be streamed live on DIRTVision. Through the course of the 6 nights, over $300,000 will be on the line in purse and prize money, and there will be opportunities for fans and friends to contribute to push that number even higher. The week kicks off Tuesday, October 6th at Albany, Saratoga with Big Blocks, Sportsman, and Pro Stocks. On Wednesday, racing moves to Utica Rome with Big Blocks 358 Modifieds and Pro Stocks racing. Thursday will take place at Fulton with action for the Big Blocks, 358s, and Sportsman Modifieds. Those three divisions will then head Friday to Can-Am Speedway to try out their new configuration. Saturday, it's Big Blocks and Sportsman at Land of Legends in Canandaigua, and then the week closes out Sunday at Weed Sport Speedway with Big Blocks, Sportsman, and Pro Stocks. You can find more details on the events at superdirtcarseries.com. More details on awards, purse structure, and competitor info will be released soon for all of the events. So even though we're not getting Super Dirt Week, still a bunch of racing still to come for that part of the country, which is good for not only the fans but also the competitors up there that have had such a rough year so far. So we'll keep you posted on more announcements as they come out of that, and we'll certainly be talking about those events more as they get closer. If you're interested in the business side of dirt racing, the line in the Super Dirt Week announcement that is particularly interesting, at least to me and those of us that are interested in the business side, is the mention of the Super Dirt Car Series moving back to DIRTVision for the 2021 season. Streaming coverage of the series has been part of the FloRacing universe for the last several years, and for a time was actually the service's biggest property. Obviously, things have changed fairly dramatically for Flo here in the last couple of years with the addition of so many different tracks and series. But with this return of the Super Dirt Car Series and hence Super Dirt Week to DIRTVision, I certainly think that's noteworthy. The series and event being owned by World Racing Group, it's not a surprise to see coverage move back in-house to DIRTVision. DIRTVision and FloRacing have kind of come out on top as the two heavyweights in the dirt racing streaming game, and WRG is going to want to control their own properties. Moving the Super Dirt Car Series under the Fast Pass is going to make that $39 a month even more valuable for those Fast Pass subscribers as well. FloRacing, though, isn't going to be without content. In fact, far from it, as their offerings have expanded greatly here in recent months and years to include USAC, the All-Stars, IRA Sprint Cars. They've got several big-name tracks, lots of marquee special events at places like Eldora, and a lot more there. The Michael Rigsby-led Flo has also ventured recently into pavement events for the streaming service, including some paved oval events and drag racing stuff as well. So a lot of stuff still to come, I think, for Flo, and plenty there, to watch already. The only major dirt racing series that isn't covered by one of the two is the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and that's because Lucas, which owns the series, has its own TV and has its own channel in MAV TV and their own streaming platform in Lucas Oil Racing TV. But there will continue to be smaller niche providers, but DIRTVision and Flo have established themselves at the top of the dirt racing and streaming world, and it will certainly be interesting to kind of watch those two compete for subscribers and content in the coming months and coming years as well. So one of those things that interests me, the kind of business and the behind the scenes stuff. So certainly an interesting announcement there yesterday from World Racing Group and DIRTVision about the future of the Super Dirt Car Series. A couple of news items. Jeremy Elliott reported yesterday that after Mike Heffner and Heffner Racing parted ways with Ryan Smith a few weeks ago, Heffner has hired Shane Stewart to drive his 72 Sprint Car in the upcoming Tuscarora 50 weekend at Port Royal Speedway. The Tuscarora 50 at Port Royal is September 10th through the 12th and sanctioned by the All-Star Circuit of Champions. The first two nights pay $5,000 and $6,000 to win respectively, while the final night pays $53,000 to win. So big money on the line there at the Tusky 50. This will be a reunion of sorts for Stewart, who will be back working working with Heath Moyle as crew chief, whom he worked with while driving for Larson Marks and Kyle Larson Racing in past years. There are no plans for Stewart to race beyond the Port Royal event, but team owner Mike Heffner indicated that he'd like to run some of the big shows towards the end of the season, and Stewart might be in line if he performs well at Port Royal. To see more on that announcement, you can visit sprintcarunlimited.com. Another major event was canceled yesterday because of the pandemic, this time with the Lucas Oil ASCS. The Texas Sprint Car Nationals at the Dirt Track at Texas Motor Speedway, originally scheduled for October 23rd and 24th, have been lost. In 2019, the event capped off the season for the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour and was scheduled to do that again this season. As of now, the ASCS season will conclude October 16th and 17th at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas. For more information on the event cancellation, visit texasmotorspeedway.com. For more information about the ASCS, you can visit ASCSracing.com. Speaking of the ASCS, I wanted to do a quick check-in on the season for that series. They last raced on August 9th at Southern Iowa Speedway, where Brian Brown picked up the win. They've also had some issues with cancellations and races moving around on their schedule as well. They are scheduled to be back in action on September 12th at I-80 Speedway in Nebraska. Sam Hafertepe, after originally committing to run the full all-star slate, has returned to the series full-time and is currently the points leader by 130 markers over Roger Crockett. Harley White is third, Blake Hahn fourth, and Matt Covington is fifth. Remember, this is a 360 sprint car series, so a little bit different competition there, and obviously a little bit different monetary outlay needed to run a series like that. But Hafertepe leads the series right now with 4 wins in 2020. Other drivers with national wins this season include Harley White, Matt Covington, Andy Forsberg, Brian Brown, Austin McCarl, Brad Sweet, Kerry Madsen, and Linton Jeffrey. So we'll certainly keep you up to date as that season comes to a close here in the next about 6-8 weeks. Certainly a champion will be crowned there, and we'll certainly be talking about that as well. But I wanted to take a look at the streaming schedule for today. Very quiet this week, not a whole lot going on across the streaming platforms today, just USAC 24/7 available on FloRacing. You can find links to watch all of that stuff at DIRTTrackR.com/watch tonight. But there are still things to watch, and something I wanted to point out. If you're looking for something else to watch today, I'd recommend checking out the Swindell Speed Lab YouTube channel. I know I've mentioned it before on the show and actually on my social media channels, but they posted 2 new behind-the-scenes videos from over the weekend. They finished second last Thursday night with Christopher Bell, I believe at Grandview, and then once they won Saturday night at Lincoln with Spencer Baston. They posted videos kind of behind the scenes following the team for both of those nights. Lots of cool stuff in the 2 videos. Getting to see the driver feedback is super fun, and a lot of onboard video and things like that as well. So the combined videos, the 2 of them, there's one for each race, are nearly an hour in length. So a lot of good content in there. You can find links to watch those videos at DIRTTrackR.com/videos, or find the Speed Lab Twitter or Facebook accounts. They've got links posted to those as well. So check those out today if you are looking for something to watch. That's the show for today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. That's it for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.